do you want to take being an adult seriously and learn how to budget in 2025? Well, girl, I got you. Okay. I've literally been budgeting since I want to say 18 because I actually had no choice. I didn't have a choice but to be good at money because I had very sparse amounts of money. At one point, I was working 3 to 5 jobs. Like, I'm really not new to this. I'm true to this. So I think you should go ahead and subscribe, and you're going to get all the things, including budgeting, vlogs, lifestyle, food, marriage, the whole nine. Anyways, let's get into it. So, this first budget that I'm making, because we're going to be making 2 budgets in order to figure out how to budget for the entirety of 2025. This one is our monthly budget. This is all of the expenses that you know you're going to have every single month. Something that I really struggled with was spending money, and then when I do it crazily because I'm kind of an extremist when it comes to things like that. And I was not slotting money to spend for myself, so I would always go over budget and then have to like underpay somewhere else. Or let's say I was setting up for Airbnb like I was in December, I would have to either make more money, which I would because I had a lot of side hustles, or I just wouldn't be able to pay it that month because I would be spending. Now, my spending was like $15 there, $4 here because I just learned how to start spending money on myself, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, sorry, I'm recording on my computer and my brothers are texting me and I didn't go on D&D. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Boom. Okay, period. Anyways, with this paycheck, not with this paycheck, with this, is my brain working? Anyways, with this budget, for me, I have groceries, I have house bills, and I slot $100 every paycheck for that. We're also saving up for a house. So my plan was to save up $750 per paycheck, but I do have to add a little bit more because I did go a little bit crazy in December and November. And this type of budget is called a zero-sum budget. Basically, you write down all of your expenses, you do an equal sum in the total, and then which is if you don't know what equal sum is, look it up, or go to my zero-sum budget and it does it in detail. And then also you put down how much you get paid, and then you do how much you were paid minus the total, and that is the remainder, and you try to get the remainder as close as possible to that zero. So I also have a credit card where basically I spend on my credit card and that's it. I don't spend on debit, or I don't spend on debit. I'm at the point where I don't spend on debit anymore. I do tithes, which is whatever I make times 0.1. I pay for cleaners. That is a luxury that I just started, and it has changed my life. Let's say that. And then I'm also saving up to go to Australia, and I really want a digi camera. Now, I really want to start a few funds for myself and my family, and that is a part of some of my 2025 financial goals. That video has either already come up on YouTube, or it's coming up soon. So one of them is having a family fund. Basically, and I wrote this in Notion. I love Notion so much. It's actually one of my goal sponsors. But one of my favorites is for my 2025 financial goals is to develop a family fund to cheer up my family in times of stress. Save $50 a month for a birthday shopping spree. And then finally, buy flights in the summer from our Australia trip, but I really want either a travel board or a brand to pay for it. And then also making an emergency fund, saving $50 per paycheck. Now, when people say emergency fund, they're like, you need to put 10% of your income, Do what works for you, okay? Do not listen to nobody except for you, because you know how much money you make, and no amount of Instagram girls or Instagram budget people is going to tell you how to use your money, because at the end of the day, it's your money. So for me, $50 works. I was really trying to do $150 a month. No, what works for me is what works for me. Now, like I said, I did my family fund and my birthday fund, and now we're going to do the second budget, which is your emergency budget. This is at the minimum, and you can just go ahead and duplicate it in Google Sheets. At the minimum, what do you need to survive? What bills do you need to pay for to survive? How much do you need to pay or spend in groceries to survive? Okay, like that is what you really have to think about, because let's say, for example, I saw this on Instagram. One of my college mutuals, she's saving up to go to law school. So what she's doing is she made an emergency budget and she took off all the things that she really didn't need, which is buying coffee. She made coffee at home, getting her nails done. She just kind of charged to the game until she graduates law school. Little things like that truly, truly, truly add up. And you see, I took away my spending account because if it's an emergency month or months, there is absolutely no need for me to be spending extra money except for what I will die without. Which is very extreme, But like, for example, you're gonna need groceries. Like, that's not something you can take out. Now, I did go ahead and reduce it. And here I'm kind of highlighting, because I was really struggling to figure out what is an emergency for me. Because in this point in my life, there's not as many emergencies that are happening in comparison to like when I was in college. Like, that junk was rough. Okay, that junk was truly, truly rough. I feel like in the past 2 months, I finally became financially stable, and I am 24, and this is 2024. Oh, actually, girl, I'm 25. I'm 25, and it's 2024, and I started my corporate job when I was 22 in August. Okay, and I was paying bills late still then because I was just trying to survive to get back to how I can pay things consistently, because the entire summer before my first big girl job, I was not paying my mortgage. I was not paying a lot of my bills because I couldn't. So I out of necessity made an emergency budget because I'm like, what can get paid late? That's basically what this budget is. What can get paid late? Now, if it really push came to shove, I could pay my student loans late. Would it affect my credit? Yes. So I'm kind of seeing this emergency budget for me as what can I pay for that will affect my credit, and then if it won't affect my credit, I'll take it off. You see what I'm saying? So, and then I'm kind of just cleaning it up just to make it pretty for y'all. But that's the whole point of an emergency budget, and that's why I really like express genuine concern when people don't have budgets, because I'm like, y'all just spending to spend. Do you have an emergency budget? Like, not the pocket watch, but the pocket watch. Like, we are adults. You can't just be spending to spend, okay? Now, in order to figure out how much you'll have in case of these emergencies, and you can, or let's say you have a very high emergency room bill, or you want to start helping your mom out, this for a month or two. This emergency total, you can add both remainders by using the sum function. And this is the number that you'll get as, at the minimum, this is what you'll have left over after paying everything you absolutely have to do. Now, this number could be higher, but I just want to say, I really implore you to get in tune with budgeting and be consistent with your financial goals of 2025.